If you are wanting to start an online business and you're trying to figure out how to get your first client, I'm going to share with you exactly how I got my first client 6 months ago, and I'm now billing over $20,000 this month. Free work. This is perhaps the best and easiest way that you can get your first client, especially if you do not have any results or any social proof to speak of before you start. Now, I don't know why this is so controversial to talk about, but I've been working with the best and the best of the business for the past 6 months. They are my friends, and people who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month are still making free work for other people. So if they can do it, you can do it too. What I did was I made a list of 100 people who were my ideal clients, and then I went to their social media pages and I looked at their content. I saw what was doing well and what was not doing well, and if I saw someone whose content was poorly made, I would take their content, I would download it, I would re-edit it, and I would send it to them. And I would say, hey, I love what you're doing, but your content is not doing so great because of this reason, because of that reason. Then I would say, hey, here is a video that I edited. Feel free to take it, use it, let me know how it goes. And if you'd like to continue making more content like this, let's talk. And it worked. For my first client, I sent them over that video. They put it on their social media, and it got 11 times more views than any other piece of content they'd ever put out in their entire life. And then they said, hey, let's talk, right? And then we had a conversation. We got into the details and we talked about strategy and a game plan moving forwards. But it was really just that first moment where I came into the interaction, providing value, and not coming into it from a very low position of, hey, I would like to work with you, like, please work with me. Like, I just came into the conversation like a normal person, and I said, hey, here's some value, here's a free video, test it out. It would be great to work with you, but if not, that's fine. It's going to take you a long amount of time to do. You want to make sure that that piece of content is incredibly high compared to everything else that they're doing, because you want to provide value to people. You're not going to come in and try and do good work. You're going to come in and do great work together. And if you're not there, if you cannot provide value to other people, then I suggest working on your craft, getting better to the point in which you know that you can, really add something to someone else or to solve a problem. And then just come in and just start solving problems for people. Just go in and just start working for free for people without them even asking. That's what I'm practicing now with quite a few other potential clients. People who are in my Dream 100, if they reach out to me, instead of having a discovery call at the start, I'm saying, hey, love what you're doing. We can always talk about strategy, but what would be really cool is if we can just film some videos on our discovery call. We'll get them edited, we'll get them sent to you, and if you want more of that kind of content, we can talk. And then you book a strategy call a week later after they have all of this great content, and you just come into it with, again, a higher position. You're not looking up to people still, but you're saying, hey, I'm here to play. Are you here to play? Then let's do some damage together. So when you get your first client, your one and only goal should be to over-deliver. It's not to make money. It's not to make anything else. You're only there to over-deliver on the promises that you've made. And in your discovery call, in your sales call, before the time that you're actually speaking with someone, you're coming into it and you're saying, hey, I'm here to solve a problem. I'm here to improve some things. So you need to improve those things. Otherwise, you are literally scamming them from their money, and you don't want that. So in addition to overachieving in the service delivery that you're providing, one thing that I've found that clients really like is communication, and you also over-deliver on that communication. Now, what I've been doing and what's been working really well, and I've gotten some really great feedback from my clients, is at the start of the week, on Mondays, I send out an email and I say, hey there, this week, here are the different things that are going to happen. Here are some of the action points for you. Here are the action points for me. Stuff like that. It's very basic. The emails are just, a list of points to hit. And what I think makes this even better is I've been going to Loom and I've been sending a video along embedded inside of the email. It can be as quick as 1 to 2 minutes of me narrating the email. And I think that this gives a lot of context to your email. In your video, you're just reading through the different points, and you might be giving some context upon the different points, and it just really, gives clients much more of an understanding of what you're doing. Then on the end on Fridays, you send another email, and you say, here are all the different tasks that were set out to be completed. Here are the ones that were completed. Here are the things that did not happen. Here are the roadblocks and reasons why we cannot proceed. And here's the action plan going forward. Even if you get things wrong, that's fine. As long as it's not too bad, we're all human. But what really sets you apart is just having an action plan going forwards. As long as they know, hey, if you made a mistake, there's a plan to fix it, or there's a plan to go forwards, they're happy. Now you have your first client. How do you get a second client, or a third client, or a fifth client? Now there are many different ways in which you can acquire more clients. At the start, what I did and what worked really well was getting referrals. Now there's something about referrals that I think that you should know, and that is that every time you go to a client and you ask them for something, you only ever ask them for one thing at a time. For example, if you want a video testimonial and you want a referral, you would not do that at the same time. You would only do one of those things. And then you let some time pass, perhaps you have another meeting with them, and then you ask them the second thing. So you're always giving more than you're taking, because you're there in service to help them and to help grow their business. You're not there to keep on taking away from them. So I like to only do one ask per time, if that. Most of the time I'm giving, and then every now and then I'm asking. And if you're doing some great work and you're over communicating and you're not super weird, then most of the time your clients will be more than happy to refer you onwards to someone else. Now the process from getting from there to multiple clients is really a repeat of exactly what you've been doing. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about how I got the results that I promised, because I came into those conversations and I made a promise to my clients, and then I achieved those promises for them. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.